If you are similar to me, a Central European, in my case German, born in the 80s, you might understand the feeling that it's not so comfortable to talk about money. In our culture in Germany, like we're actually quite hesitant to speak about this topic. For example, employees sometimes don't really like to share what they earn. And I think it's actually an issue. And I had to learn it the hard way. So let's talk about money. And the area of which I would like to take you is in your sales call and in your qualification, in your demos. And it's very, very common actually to wait for the final proposal and not to give too much information away about the pricing, right? Because you want to keep the attention span high. You want to increase suspense. And therefore, when people ask you, hey, how much budget do I need for this? What does your solution cost? The classical salesperson answer is like, no, I need to assess your case first, and then I come to the pricing later on. And I agree. You should kind of use that, area of suspense in order to keep the attention high. However, I also believe, and that's what I've learned, when teaching my people in the script, it's actually important to talk about money early on. And that doesn't have to be in detail, but you need to start qualifying when you go through your qualification script and understand what the procurement process is, understanding who the buying personas are, and understanding what, the pains are of your customer to also qualify for money. Why? Because if you are like us in an area of high ticket sales, it's very important that your person that you speak to has enough cash at hand to even afford your solution. So like we have to relentlessly qualify for people who do not have enough liquidity, for example, to afford our solution because they simply cannot start working with us, right? We don't do any free trials. Like it's very expensive to work with us. So we need to ask and qualify for money early on. And it's quite uncomfortable. The way we do this in the qualification calls is actually that we tell them what the ranges are when people start working with us. And ranges sometimes go from 50 to 80K or 80 to 100K. And we're quite transparent with this. And we tell them right in the beginning that this is really what you need to start working with us. And sometimes it's a little bit of an awkward moment in our calls, but it definitely sets the right expectation of where this is going and what's required. And also it just creates transparency. So whenever you thought about, no, we cannot speak about money, yes, you really have to start speaking about money. You have to speak about money early on. And I really recommend you doing it, even though it's uncomfortable. I can assure you it was uncomfortable for me, but just get over with it. Set the expectations right on the budget. It needs to start to work with you, because else it's going to bite you in the butt later.